Hi, Rich. It's
Hi, Rich.
JD.
Hi, JD. All right, Paul?
Yes, just give us your thoughts on a rather magnificent comeback.
Magnificent's probably not a word I'd use to describe his performance, James, that's for sure. I thought the game wholly went to show that momentum can be a real key. First half, we committed a lot of errors, loads of possession against us. Our own fault. A lot of it were our own fault, self-inflicted, and it showed what you could do with momentum. I thought we were, if the game stops at half time, we're a soundly beaten team. One thing we did say to them at half time, we felt Huddersfield came out and smacked us in the mouth first. I think we're a team that we've been in a good spot during the break. We've had 3 really good weeks preparation. And all of a sudden, you come out and like a boxing match, someone wants to get their first punch in and whack, they've smacked us fully in the mouth. And I thought we didn't respond great at all. I thought we lost our composure. The momentum they created left us doing a lot of defending. We got really scrambly. And, I thought at half time, we're still very much in the game. And we always thought that you would have opportunity to flip that momentum around. But when we kicked off with a couple of errors and a length at field intercept try, I just thought we were looking too sloppy, and for 55, 60 minutes, we were being soundly beaten. However, it just goes to show what a little bit of momentum can do. I think there'll be a lot of lessons for us, James, to learn from tonight's performance. Plenty of improvements, but a lot of lessons on what looked a new style of football tonight. There's no doubt about it. It was a quick game, resembled a game of touch and pass at times. And there were times that I just thought they completed high, played really basic, kicked well, and it caused us a lot of problems because we were way too sloppy with the ball for 60 minutes. But pleased to get the win.
How big a part did the sin binning have to that momentum and to that revival?
The sin binning of Ash Hanley?
Yeah. It seemed to spark the comeback.
Well, I just thought having a little bit of ball, have a little bit of ball, and we've sent the message out to just, play freely. Just go throw everything you can at them. We got Cuff Ball back on there, I think, with 10 minutes to go to try and give us that little bit more of passing game and offload in the middle. So we got him and Cam Smith operating in there too. And listen, James, at 20 points to 6, you haven't got too much to lose, have you, with, whatever it was, 15, 16 minutes on the clock. So it was a case of, throw caution to the wind and play as much football as we can. I personally didn't think there were enough time to get back, but once you post 2 back-to-back tries, get within a couple of scores, well, that does start to create a little bit of doubt in the opposition. And if you notice then that we were rolling sets 70, 80 metres down the field, even when we weren't sort of coming up with points. So, 7 minutes looked a long, long time at that point in the game to go. When it went to golden point, I was pleased that we ended up playing with the wind and receiving first. I'm not sure which way the toss went, but the breeze had picked up a fair bit, and we got first touch of the ball, which we were pretty happy with. I felt we should have had a penalty in golden point. I don't know what it looked like on TV, but it looked like a clear high shot to me, and he didn't give it. But a good guy to have on those occasions, for those clutch moments. We've seen Luke do it before under pressure at Castleford, and I'm not sure it's the best one he's ever struck, but he struck it well enough. And I think Dwyer's already saying he struck his a lot better in the Castleford golden point. But no, pleased to get the win on the back that, I thought they were never say die. Showed a lot of spirit to come back, but not kidding ourselves about, the quality of his first 60 minutes either.
Just finally for me, the new rules first taste to your liking, or?
Difficult to judge after 1 week. Judging on tonight, 1 round alone, it quickened it up. It got us thinking on the sideline as the game was going on. Have we picked the right team? Do we need to adapt a little bit more? There were a lot of 6 agains in there. And in the first half, we didn't cope with it well. But again, I'll throw to the fact that if you want to make a lot of errors, you're going to heap a lot of trouble on yourselves as well. Again, the team, I think they were completing up close to 90% tonight, and that caused us to do an awful lot of defending. So yeah, a lot of them come back to back for us, James, too. And the weight of possession, the number of plays they had more than us in the first half, were too big for any game really. So I'll judge it more moving forward. I thought we played some good parts of attack during it, but it did take us a while to get to grips with it, I'm sure.
Cheers, Rich.
Thanks, mate.
I was just going to ask you very briefly, I don't know what it means at this stage of the season, if at all, bearing in mind that 2020 is what it is, but top of the league tonight is, again, bearing in mind where we were after week one, something that you're proud of?
To be honest, Phil, not really crossed my mind. I think losing the Toronto points difference upset me for a small period of time, to be honest. I thought not only to lose 2 points that you weren't really hard for, but a sizable points difference. I thought, we're a bit miffed at that. No, I think we realised tonight the boys are a bit, while they're happy, they're also a little bit disappointed with themselves on the first 60 minutes. I say the best way I can describe it is we came out and we got absolutely smacked in the mouth, and thought Huddersfield were really impressive in a lot of stuff what we did. So we know, we got Saints next, who look like they've come off the break really well. I didn't see much of the game. I saw the scoreline, and we play a Saints team next week that probably had a big season last year. A lot of tourists, played the Roosters early on, which would have taken a fair bit out of them. So they had, by their standards, a wobbly start. But I would suggest that the break would have probably done them real well, and to come out and do that tonight, we'll have a big job on our hands next week. But at the same time, I think it was good for us that we've learned some stuff tonight, and I'm sure we can improve on it. We're working really hard to improve during the week. Would I rather be top of the league at the bottom of the league? 100%, which is where, when I sort of got the job last year and we were loitering around there, there's certainly different sorts of pressures come down there. But even though it's a shortened season, it's early days. I say for us to stay in that top four, we're going to have to certainly improve on our first 60 minutes tonight, that's for sure.
Difference is next week you'll be at home though.
Yeah, well, it is strange. It's a shame that the crowd weren't there tonight, because what a finale, what a finale that would have been, to have 10,000, 15,000 Headingley. But yeah, we'll be back in the familiarities of his own changing rooms. All that stuff went all right, to be honest, Phil. The checks coming in, the away changing room made very little difference to us, and I think the surface and the fact that there's no crowd does genuinely make it a bit of a neutral venue. So yeah, it's a good away win. We'll take the away win tonight. As away form's been all right so far this year.